scaling them. She has been, I would say, worked with me in the past when I was in NASCOM. And so I do know her. Unfortunately, when I was in IBM, I never got to know her. Otherwise, it would have been absolutely wonderful. So that is the thing. But having said that, she has impacted, I don't know, lakhs of people in the states of Chennai and Kerala and in Telangana and various other places in, various programs they do. Apart from that, she is, I would say, has been a recipient of numerous awards. And Avneet, I think you've got to read out all the awards she's got, if it's possible, time is permitting. Okay.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
Then the other thing, what is very interesting about her is that she's also been some sort of a mentor to women. It's just not, giving them training and other things. So under her leadership, IBM has also got into helping them in internship. That's a very unique thing which they have done. And they're doing it currently, I think, in the state of Tamil Nadu. So these are some of the big accolades she has got. She works very closely with her CSR team as well as with the education team, although she's in the labs. And that is what makes it think. She's a professional, hardcore tech type of person and still getting involved in education in her free time. So we are really indebted to her. I spoke to her just few days ago, immediately she consented and said, yes, certainly I will come and address all these women. So Lata, just to give you an idea, all these girls are and sorry, quote unquote, when I mean girls, everybody is a girl in that sense. So it's okay, even Lata also, although she's got 25 years of experience. So it's fine with that. They're all people who have returned to work. All of them have got experience. Anywhere between 1 5 years, they can take breaks also. And they are currently pursuing two courses. One is some of them are taken RPA, some of them have taken cloud computing, and that's what they are doing currently. It will take a longer time because UiPath program is slightly long, takes almost about 12 to 14 weeks, whereas cloud computing might get over slightly sooner. So this is what it is. We already completed a cohort on cybersecurity and AI. Some of them already got suitably placed as well. So this is what we are doing under the aegis of Hershakti, and Hershakti is a program supported by the government of Karnataka and various other tech industries like Infosys, Broadridge, UiPath, and mentors, in fact, from IBM behind mentors coming in, Wipro, CGI, and so on. So this is the overall gist of the program. It has got soft skills as well as technical skills.
Yeah.
Both the components are there, right? So before I pass on the mic to you, Lata, I would like Avni to share some more words, and then we will pass it on directly to Lata.
Thank you, Ashok sir, and a very warm welcome, Lata ma'am, and thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule. We know you're very busy, and really do not want to take longer. Let's start with a brief introduction, which is actually not a brief, but yes, uh, there are so many accomplishments and achievements in your bio I can read. So few of them I will read it out, and few of them we would want you to share with us, because when it come from directly from your, when you will explain it, I think it'll be more impactful for our candidates also. It'll be more inspiring and at the same time impactful too. So Lata's vision profile is a talent industry consultant. Every single moment you need to practice, learn, apply on given back methods. She makes her work special by taking up new initiatives and assignments. Challenging environment gives her a platform to learn, adapt and overcome any situation. She cut across many functions roles to realize her potential as a people's person. Her key to success remains passion and perseverance at all times. She was with IBM. She was IBM Program Director and Client Success Leader. 30 years of corporate business and IT industry experience. Okay, so now, ladies, I would ask you to pay a little more attention when I'm talking about the IBM and industry recognition and accolades. 2022 Women Achiever Award by Human Rights Commission, 2020 recognition by NASCOM for skill building 26K students, 2019 Government of Assam for lecture series on IoT 2019. Again, Government of Bangladesh for Center of Excellence 2019. Again, Deshpande Foundation Award by Sandbox Startups 2018. IBM CSR recognition for AI for CBSE and ATL project. 2017, again, IBM RGM for learning platforms ISL Gurukul. 55 trophies for external academia and industry bodies, outreach 100K students, 28 certificates for contribution to startup ecosystem and industry bodies. I'm extremely honored to meet you, ma'am, and getting to know your awards and your achievements. It gives us, it makes us, feel that yes, this is going to be a very, very inspiring session, and we are going to get a lot of insights and motivation out of it. So over to you, ma'am.
So, thanks, Avneet. In fact, I'll have to admit, one of my mentee went through all my LinkedIn posts and during the mentee process, tried to gather all of this and put together my profile. Otherwise, it was not something that I recorded it personally. So somebody did it for me by looking at what I have done, and then they framed it and gave it to me. And I know there are more to it, but let me admit that pretty simple. Um, I am not too glamorous when it comes to doing my job or carrying myself. But one thing I'm heavily trained on, I keep telling people, is finishing the job. That's what I have trained my mind and body for. And when I say finish my job, it can be that you are extremely a bad person or a badass as well. Uh, it may look that I'm very nice. Yes, I'm very nice to the students. I'm very nice to the startup, and I'm doing my mentee and foundations, in terms of building their foundations and career. But when it comes to the real thing about doing my job, you got to be really tough. Otherwise, you don't really build yourself for tomorrow. So it's like hitting the gym, right? So you have to keep on, keeping your diet as well as building your muscle through exercises. So, people keep saying you have to push yourself, not 10. Tomorrow could be at 20 planks, and thereon you'll go up to 50 and 100 planks. And then it becomes how faster you do the 100 planks. It is not about taking an hour to do it, but trying to do it in shorter time. So that's how your job actually happens. And of course, I would like to congratulate all of the participants today who have enrolled for the returnship and taking the passion to come back in terms of, growing their careers and building their own portfolios. Uh, I'll just give you an example even to start with, right? So today we have all of these programs where we say, there are returnships, and we can focus on some of these programs which will enhance and support us coming back into the industry. I'll just give you a short story about something that happened about almost 95, 96 years ago. A girl born, I think 95, 96 years ago, you're only into the kitchen, and I don't think you're even allowed to do anything or dream anything big. So 95, 96 years ago, the girl born, by the time she was in third standard, she was like third grade or third standard, we call. So she should be hardly about 8, 9 years old, and she was asked to stay back and start learning and learning to cook and housekeeping, and that's what her job was. And not looking outside the window, not go open the door. There will be somebody else who will open the door. There will be only men front ending everything. The only thing women were asked to do is clean and take care of as many kids, siblings that they have. So finally, I mean, she was asked to marry a person, and she had no rights to question whom she's marrying. She married a person maybe about 20, 22 years older, but that's not the question that anybody asks those days. And with that, within I mean, she was hardly about 15, 16 years ago, and then she married a person who's almost in 40s. And by the time she was 32 years, she had 5 kids. And the sixth kid was about to be born, and she realizes her husband is in the path for cancer, and he will succumb in less than about 4, 5 months. So the only option given to her was, if any of the children are, above 18 years, they will get a job in railways, because her husband was in railways, and typically they're looking at a boy child who can take over the job, right? So she did not have any children that they were older at that, criteria. So with that comes, what is the option? I mean, men, if they were widowed by the time they were 30, they would have had many offers. And that's how her husband got an offer when he was in 40s and married a girl who was just 15, 16 years. But here, what is the option for her? She's like sixth kid almost in her hand, and she had no choice. And that's when she made a decision that she will go back and do her exam. They wanted at least a 10th pass certificate from her, that she should have finished a 10th grade. So she went to the open school. She started studying sitting in the hospital, and fortunately her husband took about 6 to 7 months to stay alive, and she got through her 10th grade, and she applied as a person who can join the railways against her husband's quota. They were generous enough to give her a job, but they sent her for a medical test. And because those days women have to eat a lot after they deliver kids and all that, so they realized her medically she was unfit because she was totally diabetic. She never knew. And then she was about 92 kgs or so. So they said they will not allow her in the workplace because that doesn't define her fitness. But there are exceptions for men. Okay, because railway hospitals support men who have gone through something like that, but they can take some help. So the joining criteria again failed. So she took another 3 months. She went on a total diet with using a lot of the herbal medicines and many other things that she can do in her capacity. And she reduced her weight to 54, 56 kgs, as well as taking her regular medication for diabetes. She got down her sugar levels as well to 280, and then she went back and submitted her report after 3 months. So they they kind of accepted her qualification. She was back in the workforce. So that's one part of it where you do only a 10th grade, you get back into the workforce. But what happens after that? Only men are there. So there are no women. And everybody knows she is a widowed person. With all due respects to all the inclusivity, and days which were like almost 50 years ago, it was still a challenge, right? So we did not have posh cases there. Everything was like, if the person is good, they are good to you. There's no posh policy. So that's how she had to survive with the men and focus on her work in such a way that she joined as an admin person, but she retired as a gazetted officer. So the remaining 20, 28 years that she had, up to she was 58, they extended her service as a consultant, and she retired at 60s. So that was her journey. So the reason why I bring this story is just to remind us that nothing can be easier, especially for women. Maybe those days the challenges were different. These days the challenges can be much more complicated. With so much of changes in the market and so much of skills and technology, the people keep moving. And we had leaders back then who work long term, but today you may have every 2 years, you may have a change in management, leaders, and the investors for your company. There can be many things that is happening. So it is going to be a really, really tough environment even today for us to survive. So just want to know a couple of things that you all, have as a takeaway from the story uh, that I gave. You can put it on a message, or you want to talk about it. I'm okay.
Anybody wants to unmute and talk about it?
Yeah.
Or if you want to put it on the chat.
Thing you reflect in your journey or anything that you feel it's similar or more. What,
First thought which comes to your head when you listen to the story.
where there's a will, there is a way, is what cow police says. That is true. Yeah, her perseverance is inspiring. Yes. Yeah, women work best when challenged. Pushed to limits, correct. Nothing is impossible. Truly, Ranjita, agree so much. If we try, we can achieve, yes. Women has to fight. Yeah, everybody's situations will be different. Totally agree, Goral. So the never give up attitude, right? So that's what we all have to, have as a key takeaway. Yeah, but in current scenario, we have bit of opportunities. Actually, there are tons of opportunities if you ask me. Nothing comes easy. Yeah, absolutely not. To work hard. Yeah. A couple of things that I took away is, one thing is, family is important, but you can't sacrifice it on your health, right? But because she corrected her health, she was able to achieve what she needed to achieve. So focus on health becomes the top priority for all of us. You may have the greatest of opportunities in front of you, but if you don't have your health, I think, I mean, it's not going to happen. So that is one. You're right, Nandini. Some family support will not be there, but we will have to push back the family. That's another thing that we have to do, because she also trained her kids to adapt to the life that she is having, because of course she also needed to study and do more to grow in her career. She had to train everybody in the family to support her. So that's one. So health is your top priority, and then getting to a point where you get a career opportunity and not staying there forever, right? You will have to scale. So every day you will have to think about doing things better for yourself to make your job as well grow along with the company or wherever you would like to pick as an opportunity. Maybe tomorrow all of you may even look at opportunities in entrepreneurship, but if you start a business, you have to scale it. So that is one thing that I, yeah, she did all that to support her family in better way. Correct. She supported her family, no pressure when she had to support her family, but her personal growth that she felt that she can do more is something that all of us have to continue to dream of, not to take a job and get comfortable with it. Because in government jobs, you can actually take the job and retire in the same level. Nobody's going to question you to study more, harder, and grow. So that is one. This time she thought about herself, not independent on kids or anyone. Absolutely, Swati. Um, I, I have two kids as well, grown, but they're grown. That's it. We all, uh, born alone, die alone. So let's, treat everybody as complimentary, because if they are going to take care of you, it's a great thing. Respect them, be grateful. But if you're not, you are responsible to take care of yourself. True. So let me conclude on this, story. And the story comes from my grandmother. So that's the family I'm born to. So you will imagine in my childhood, I have seen her growing. I have seen her facing these challenges. When I was in teenage, I was seeing there are many men, you know, trying so many tricks, you know, in different ways. But I have seen how she carries herself. Uh, I mean, it was so professional because today I see in our environment so much of training is happening about personal branding, behavior, posh, how men have to behave, how women have to behave, how we have to integrate, be inclusive with LGBTQ and all of that, returnship and everything. So this story I had to let you all know because it is all about returnship from ground zero. You had nothing, and then they can make it. And if they can make it sometime, you know, even 50, 60 years ago, I think we are far more superior, and we are far more enabled, and we are far more equipped if we have to do something. So that's one thing that I wanted to give away, saying that there are three U's that I keep reminding all the lectures and interactions that I do with my audience. The three U's you have to remember. One is you are unique. The first U is you are unique, right? Your fingerprints don't match with anyone. You don't have to copy anybody. You have to model your role. Forget about role models. You model your own role in this world because you have your own set of purposes that you want to build and achieve. So you are unique. Build that brand for you. And And the most important thing is nobody can tell you what your limit is. You are limitless, you are unlimited, you have unlimited potential with you. Nobody can say, okay, this is all you can do, this is all you can grow, this is all is your capacity building, this is all that you have in your skills. No, you have unlimited potential, right? So that is, you know, something that we have to know, that we are limitless. We are, you know, we have unlimited, you know, potential out there, and we will grow. So that is very, very important. And, you know, the last U, what do you think will be the last U for you? Anybody want to define a last U for you? Just bring in anything that you can bring in a word U. Anything you can think of in the word U. Yes. Upskill, useful. Unstoppable. You are right. You are unstoppable. So that's what I wanted the word from. And thanks, Kavli, for saying that you are unstoppable. Who's going to stop you guys? I really want to know that. Who? Who is that person? We keep using they, them. Nobody can stop you guys, right? Yeah, our guilt. And our guilt is only our guilt. Who cares about your guilt? Only you care about your guilt, right? So it's very important. Yeah, living your life is important, but making, you know, your life very, interesting in terms of, you know, living it beautifully is very important. So that's what I would say. You are unique, you are unlimited potential, and plus you are unstoppable. There is nobody who can come and say, uh, okay, I think this is good enough for you. You have become a mother and you have become so and so, or a mother-in-law, so you should stop. I said, okay, thank you for your advice. I do what I want to do, right? So that's how we have to start from the ground. And then comes to technical skills, right? So that is where I think you all are undergoing a lot of training programs to upskill yourself and all that. So what do you think that you would be able to do with all the technical skills that you have gained so far? So what is the confidence level that it is giving you right now? Anybody who have gone through some courses, some programs?
Come on, ladies, there are a few of you who have already finished one of the tracks of Hershakti. So share your experience.
What do
Khushbu,
you, yeah, what confidence levels have increased, or what do you think you're building in terms of your technical skills? Hands-on experience, very good. You can bring something to the table in terms of your skills. Yes, you can upgrade your profile and say, okay, I have also done cybersecurity course and I have some hands-on experience. If there is a project which involves security, in as a domain, I think I can contribute into that role. Yeah, okay. Some knowledge you have got, but not gained any hands on it. Okay, so that I will share with Ashok and Alekhya some of the platforms that we use. You can get some hands-on experience by logging into some of the IBM's, project-based platforms and logging into some projects and interacting with some mentors with their assistance. You can build some projects and take their mentoring as well. So I will share that link with you guys. New ideas to use technology for personal and professional growth. Yes. See, there are a lot of tools that you guys have to get familiar with today. There are so many AI tools that have come in play, right? Many people may think ChatGPT, there are others, Copilot. Those are AI tools. You have to get familiar with AI tools. You have to get familiar with lot of platforms where the developer community is meeting and look for projects and start building it in an open source platform. So you should be there on almost all open source platforms. That is one. Laying out a defined path, a schedule, which was lacking initially. Absolutely, because now you'll have to organize yourself. Irrespective of your learning for the day or something, you'll have to start tuning yourself that this is your work hours. Right. So whatever you're doing with your family, organize it in a way that you have work hours. Maybe 1 hour you have free time, that's okay, but you have to learn some more things out there, whether it is your communication skills, whether it's presentation skills, what are the different, presentation skills that happen if you have to bundle a project demo or the kind of project that you have made and you have to create a demo of that. How would you do video recording of it? How do you present it? How do you make your pitch in about 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minute? All of that is required in terms of rehearsals and using all the tools to stitch a demo. So those are the things that you'll have to make time for. Yeah. So 2, 3 things I will give you all. Firstly, I told you all are, unique, unlimited, and plus unstoppable. Now let's go into the technology. In technology, what is very important? Yes, the skills, whether it is cybersecurity, AI, cloud, whatever you guys are learning. You can learn, don't limit yourself, okay, I am onto the cloud. See, cloud again, when you are building something on the cloud, you should know the security aspect as well. So you'll have to expand yourself in learning something about security. And when you have to put something on the cloud, you also need to understand the AI models. Today, everything is running on the Gen AI models. So whether you learn large language models or, whatever it is, right? So you will have to start looking into those aspects as well so that you understand the AI as a technology, whether it is cybersecurity as a technology, integration with the cloud itself, right? So you will need to know how you kind of build an idea, starting from a research, build an idea, build something using your technical expertise, and then being to put it to work. Then how are you going to even actually introduce something like a product or a project, right? So that has to happen in terms of understanding which domain it is going to complement. One is the technical skills that you have learned. The second thing is the domain. Now, in the domain, you should be ready to learn about the domain experience. Like, are you building a solution for a healthcare, for a hospitality industry like a hotel or whatever, and then airline industry? Which is the domain? Whether is it for a manufacturing domain with respect to automobile, or it is a electronic manufacturing company? You should understand the domain where you're going to put your work into. And any technology that you are learning, you should be able to understand the domain. I'll just give you a gist of how that kind of a thing worked when I had to do something for government of Bangladesh. I mean, doing projects everywhere in US, Europe, I think you get enough, opportunities, and I have, done many, many projects. But why did I pick Bangladesh when nobody really wanted to go there? I said I will go, and there were a lot of, restrictions for a woman to go there, because I mean, even culturally it is not welcome. Like, I can wear my jeans and a top and just go to office here, but maybe culturally there the dressing also will change if we go and do some project. But I was willing to do everything. um like, I stayed myself. I gave my application that I will come and build something, but at the same time I want to be myself. That was only criteria. uh, I I think my application went up to PM Sheikh Hasina for giving me the security to do that project. So I went into the PM's office and I tried to do something that I could really showcase in terms of technology to solve the country's problem. So I the first statement that I made is, everybody was saying, oh, blockchain is very important, IoT, can you train this, that? I said, no, I'm not training anybody on anything as of now. Just tell me what is the most pressing problem in the country. Give me those. Then they said, okay, we'll bring some of our officers and departments together to do a design workshop. I conducted a design workshop on some of the most critical situations that they had. So one of the situation that we were able to identify is most of the elderly people who have retired from their jobs are not getting pension in time, or there is a malpractice. So somebody as old as 30-year-old is getting pension because they have striked off their name and replaced their name. All that has happened because of manual ledgers. Now, I showcased those manual ledgers. We went and did a demo of showing, see, these are the manual ledgers. These are the things that can happen. In order to build trust with the people who are almost at the verge when they have done enough in the careers and now retired, we are trying to put their life in danger. So we kind of put together that story to get an approval from PM's office to go ahead and start automating that piece of function. When we did the automation of that function, we did a pilot, and then we went with the confidence of some 1 lakh documents we needed to read and build the ledgers into the system. Now, when we had to build that, then came the question of we using the blockchain technology, AI technology, and everything had to be integrated in that. So when we have to integrate all pieces of this work, when we had to build all these pieces of work, it takes quite a bit. So when you have to solve a problem, and when you come to a situation, I was not trained heavily on blockchain. I was not heavily trained on AI either. And how to stitch everything and put it on cloud, especially into a private cloud in the government office, was a big question, because I don't know the data center configuration as well. So look at the complications here. One thing I don't know about the data center, and I don't have access to many of those things. And then I need to work with their own teams. Plus, I needed to work with our teams that who have the expertise for some of these things to make sure that we build a trusted system and solution for them. And once we had done that project together, we were able to do the demo, and that is implemented, right? So what happens with technology is, firstly, you need to know which problem you're solving, and then understand that problem's domain. Here it was the citizen services. So we need to understand the entire citizen services policies, process, who are the stakeholders, who will approve and what, how are the budgets flowing in into the system for the retirement policies and all of those steps. You have to go deep into their, entire domain, understand that, and then you have to put tighter controls in terms of building the security for data governance, data security, and also ensuring the data quality as well. So all of those aspects need to be integrated. And then comes the roles that we have defined for all the people. How easy it is for anybody to roll off this type of a solution, and then it gets rolling. So that is the kind of vision you should have. See, I could have just gone and done some project and come. But if you go with the vision of solving the problem, you don't need to know everything, but you will be able to network with the right set of people, bring them into your core team, and then being able to solve a bigger problem. So that is the message that I want to give to most of you guys, that don't focus on something that only you know. You will need to work along with people who have enough expertise, and then collaborate with them and give them that story which will inspire. Okay, if we are going to work on this project, this is what the change we are going to see, this is how the whole transformation is going to happen, and then being able to get everybody on board and achieve something big. So my 3 key points is: one is technology, you should have technical skills, but you may not have all the technical skills, but you should be ready to collaborate with others. You should be really good in collaboration with others. And secondly, you should understand the domain. When we say you understand the domain, you should know which area you're solving the problem for. So that is second part. And the last part is you should be very, very proud of something that you have achieved as solving a problem. So problem solving skills are very, very important for you, all of us. You should know why you are applying these skills, why you're applying these methods and these tools, and then solving a problem. Now, with all of that you have done, you need to make sure that you have built trust in the system. So this is the same life cycle that you will have to use even in your personal life and professional life. You will have to collaborate with your family. You will have to collaborate with people because you may not have all the skills. So use everybody in your family, build a trusted relationship who can complement you with their work and do things that they can help you with. And secondly, you will have cooking skills. Somebody has some other skills. It's okay. You can exchange, build that flavor. And the third thing is solving the problem. So what do you solve the problem for in your daily life? So you have a schedule really tough. In the returnship, it's not easy. You already committed few things. Now you have to sketch in a way that you are already going to manage a full-time job or half-time job, plus your home, elder care or child care, whatever is going on in your lives. So you need to organize yourselves and make sure that problem is solved. And all of this will happen if you have built the trusted relationship, because everybody knows you are transparent about what is going to happen next, and that's how you build. And this is the same method you use in your project management methodologies as well. If you bring a team together, and if you're running a program management, if you're leading a team, it's the same thing that you need to do. The technical skills are available by different team members. Bring them together. Because when you all go back, you should give the confidence that you all are going to build a team because of your expertise. Now you don't have to say, oh, I'll do only individual role. No, if there is a leadership role, please take it. And if you're taking up a leadership role, be ready to use all the members in your team and expanded teams. There will be some extended teams. Bring them as well to collaborate with your team and make sure your team is even stronger. Right? So those are the ways and means that you can do. One is technical skills, that things that you can do your job. And the most important one is understanding the domain of where you're going to solve the problem, for whom and what, and understanding their process policies, and build the trust with doing the data right, governance right, analysis in a right way. So those are the things that I can give for. Yes, nothing possible without the teamwork, Kushbu. So that's my message for all of you from building your skills that you are right now focusing on. Try and put all of these things into process, because project management, team building, and program management, leadership skills, all of this becomes really important. Though gone are those days when we said, okay, somebody has joined entry level, you will not expect. Today we are expecting entry level employees to be able to even do much more complex problem solving and demos if they are capable of. So we should be ready to accept that. We cannot say, oh, we are experienced a lot. So today I know I'm being coached by some of my new joinees who have just about 2 years experience. They are solving problem really, really big. And we have to accept that, okay, we also have to take guidance from them. So that is also a very good play for a leader to be able to learn from the new generation. So these are things that is helping me uh, and the team that I lead, grow and take huge risk in the projects that they want to, build. So I will pause here, team, for questions, answers, and any other conversations that you would like to have.
Ladies, if you have any questions for Lata ma'am, you can please ask now.
And even comments, is this useful, this conversation, or not, as well, can be very, very uh, good for me at least.
Share your opinions. Either you can unmute yourself, or you can write in the comment box.
Yeah. Thanks, Kushbu. It's useful. I wish you take more risk in your job. Don't be very subtle and say, okay, I'm going to return ship, so I will compromise, I will sit back. No, be in the front, sit in the front table and ask those questions.
Ma'am, I want to ask something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, I want an internship, but by applying in LinkedIn and all, in other portals also, there are so many fake people going around us. Everything means 60% is fake. So now I have stopped applying and so much hesitated that should I apply for that, because
No.
it is like time waste. It
No,
is
no, don't
getting
do
time.
paid internships. Don't do any paid internships. There will be organizations who are offering returnship to women. Look for those professional organizations and make yourself ready for the expectation that the organizations ask for. Because even IBM, if they are floating the request for returnship women returnship programs, they would say these are the eligibility criteria. Makes yourself eligible for that criteria and go after it, rather than you going and doing a paid internship. In fact, it's the other way around. We have to pay, people who come on internship, not taking money from them. Now, from IBM, I will share all the skills activities. I will share a deck with you all, giving a lot of open projects and the courses that you can learn, and what you need to build and all of that. I will share a deck with Alekia and uh, Ashok. All you need to do is put it on a slideshow and click on that icon, and it will open up the link and you can go and certify yourselves. When you certify yourselves, there are IBM badges that are given, and then you can post that directly in your LinkedIn when you're building your profile. So it will say, okay, like Kushbu is like certified on design thinking. Kushbu is certified on cyber security essentials, AI technology, Gen AI foundation, all of that courses that you complete, it will be there. Many free courses have been offered. Knowledge is not going, there's a lot of effort we all have put in to make this platform to train more than 30 million students, teachers, faculties, and people who want to get back into jobs, and people who are developers already who want to upgrade their skills. So that platform is available. It's called Skills Build, IBM Skills Build. You can go and explore it yourself, but I will still share the details with all of you.
Lata ma'am, is it possible for you to share the link with us in the comment box so that
I
we
will
can start
do that.
exploring?
Yes, I'll do that right away.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies, any other question coming up or anything you want to share or ask?
I'm just sharing it right away. I just shared the link for you guys, and probably I'll just give a quick. Is there a way I can share? Yeah, I can share my screen,
Yes, ma'am.
entire screen.
Did you co-host access?
Um,
It's possible, Alikia, without that also.
Yeah.
okay, so this is the IBM Skills Build. You can see the learners here. If you click here, it says high school students, college students, adult learners. You can try many of the things here. Digital credentials. Here are the digital credentials that you can learn. You can create an account, complete the learning, and you can share it across your media and build in your profile. You will say this is only about the uh, you know uh, credentials. Here are different technologies where you can learn Agile Explorer, open data sets with Python, artificial intelligence, fundamentals, backend development, be an entrepreneur, career fit achievement. All of these are available for you guys. Data analyst, IT design thinking, IT support technician. So go ahead and, start building your skills around these. Okay. And these are organizations. Don't worry much about organizations. These are other people who, like NGOs, others, enroll with us to use it in their platform for integration. The educators here have teachers toolkit and all. If you're a teacher, we tell the school, college teachers to use the teachers toolkit on how they can organize some of these things. I have to log in, which I will not do much because this is a teacher's toolkit. If you see, if you want to do some of these teaching yourself with someone who's coming to you, all of this can be done. So this is at a high level. Just go explore this platform and start building your. And then we have another thing called developer. Developer. .com. Okay. This again, I'm sharing it in your chat. Here you will see much more events, engage, right? And open source at IBM, you can use all of these things. And there are tech exchange happening. There are a lot of hackathons that happen, blogs and other things. You can join this community. You can learn more. See here, you will see in the topics, there are so many topics that you can actually go and learn from. You can do the Granite models, Instruct Lab, Kubernetes, Open Liberty. Lot of them are available. If you go and click all, you will see all of this are free for you to learn. So leverage as much as possible. I'll stop sharing. Any other questions? Thanks, Lavina. That's what I do. As much as I know and I can support, I will support it. But like I said, to never give up, like, how a person did that 90 years ago. So we are far more ready now. Thanks, Sujata. Anything else, team? Otherwise, I can take a break if there's not many questions and answers.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Anybody has any questions for Lata, ma'am, ladies? You can please ask now.
Or,
She has shared the
or
details
I'm
of the course.
available on LinkedIn. You can actually, message me on LinkedIn. I'm connected
Yes.
there.
We shall be sharing the LinkedIn ID, and you will be able to connect with ma'am with that ID. You can go through. There are many more things which are available in her bio, which we have not read out. So definitely you can go and read her achievements there as well.
Yeah.
So I think there are no more questions coming in, Lata ma'am.
Thank you
So
so much,
I would
Lata.
really like to thank you for sharing such a wonderful and inspiring and motivational story. When you were narrating it, it was giving a zest of it that it is something coming from a very personal experience. And yes, definitely. So as you said, that yes, we are far more equipped. We are ready, more ready than what that time has, brought in. What challenges your grandmother would have faced. We, I think, have passed all those. Half of that battles already are won. We are already through it. So it's just
Correct.
that we have to push a little more, challenge us a little more, and we can get to the desired position and the things what we want in life. There is
Thanks.
one question which has just popped up. Can I use IBM Watson to AI practice?
Yeah. There is Watson X as well, which is available free there for you to experience.
Okay, another Shilpa is telling, ma'am, highly impressed by your Bangladesh project. What were your major challenges?
Per- Personally, firstly, I'm the only woman in most of these projects. I have to sit with all the men around. And language-wise, everybody in the department start talking in Bengali, and I was going clueless in many times. Those are small things, but big things. And I was not ready for any media. I was not trained for media interactions and things like that. They work very differently. So culturally, I was like very shocked because here, if you have to do media interaction, there is a lot of training, content, built everything before we go to the media. They did not work like that. All of a sudden, I can see a mic in front of my face, and then I see there is a TV which is already going live, and I'm supposed to be talking about some of the things that I have built for them. I'm like, either these guys are too fast. So those are things that can happen. And secondly, there were so many riots going on in some places, though I was, into a bunker with them, and everybody were with their guns all the time around me. So those are things. I don't know whether it was challenges or privileges, uh, but we had some, serious meetings with my team members because the people who came with me were from different teams with different experience, but I have to bring them to work together. So the challenge was they were not ready for an environment like this. They were saying, "Oh, we should have opted some other project in another country, but here you got us, and this is terrifying." And they are all so rude and rough in the government. And um, when they were complaining about small things, I said, "See, in other countries, if you don't do your project well, probably they will return your money and send you back. They'll cancel the order. Here, probably will not make it alive from this building." So,
So, in terms of professional experience, you have had a personal experience definitely added to that, I can say, owing to the situation. I'm sure that would have been challenging at the same time.
so, these are things that I take it with a lot of smile, but of course, there are very bold things that we, have gone through. But that's some kind of a fun because end of the day, if you ask me from most of the 28 years of my IT journey, these are the things that I'll always remember.
So there's a compliment popping up for you, ma'am. You sound so practical and calm. How do you practice perseverance in learning or holding that simplicity of learning and upgrading?
Yeah, learning and upgrading, all this will happen only if you start practicing simplicity. When we say simplicity means live on the ground and live for the day. You are not seeing the damn future, and it's not going to help you in any ways getting frustrated or stressed out about it. You live the day. Everybody asks me about that. Even my children, I have been able to bring them whatever noise is happening. I mean, they were just about 18 months away from each other. So there were riots all the time in front of me, but I was doing my work calm. I allowed them to be the riots because until some time, about 2, 3 years, they will have riots. Accept it, leave them to have riots, no problem. Nowadays, I deal with a lot of complicated meetings, whether with anybody or so. I have a pet running all behind me. I'm okay with that. So just make people accept the way you are. The only thing that they can look up to you is how you build the trust by telling what you do and doing what you say, right? I always say the only way you are going to build trust with somebody else and they'll accept you is if you are doing what you say and say what you do. Don't take credit for others' work. You only say about what you have done and how you could achieve it. Please let everybody in the limelight and say this was a team effort. These are the guys who have achieved it. Nothing can come out of us alone. Even today, personally, if I've achieved, I always thank my family because of them only. I am also there in some shape or form, right? So we have to give that credit to everyone. And i- some of the stresses come only because we start overthinking about the past and getting, a little bit tighter because, oh, should we do that in the future? Not required. What's happened in the past, yes, it's a learning, but still move forward. I think that's how it works. Yeah, internship opportunities. I'll let you guys know if there's something coming up in IBM for sure. I'll let Ashok and Alekia know about it.
Okay, so I think this
Thanks,
brings us
everybody.
to the end of the session, ma'am. And thank you so very much. We are really, really, very happy and obliged to have you as a speaker today. The personal experiences and the professional experience which you have shared, I'm sure, has given a food for thought to each one of present here. And
Yeah, because today I know that's hard. I have taken the agenda because I'm going to work from morning 4 a.m. till 12 a.m. in the night because that's the thing that we are doing. We are inaugurating the office. We have ministers coming into this office in Kerala, and all of that is going to happen. I would also sit with the minister for the executive lunch. At the same time, I'm going to sit with the people who are coming 4 a.m. for Rangoli and trying to learn how beautifully they do this, right? So you should be agile. You should be agile. So that's what I would leave a message with everyone. Enjoy every moment that you are having with you.
so one personal takeaway, what I'm taking after this session is that you have also done the same similar kind of things, which, people who are sitting on the top also go through the same journey as we are going through. So
Absolutely.
it's just what you decide for yourself and how you work hard to reach there. So thank you
Yes.
so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for connecting with us and inspiring. Thank you so much. We'll take
All the
your
best.
leave.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much.
everyone.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Lita. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a
Thank
lovely
you,
day
ma'am.
ahead, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.